Back here at 10 Pins and More for the final match of a long day here at the New Mexico Texas Doubles. Some really good storylines here. That's Noah Martinez shooting in the 4th frame of his Baker match. He and Thomas Whitley were the number 2 seeds. They are taking on the top seeded ladies of Montana Cdebaca and Morgan Ellis. Each team has an invitational champ. Thomas won last year, Morgan won 3 years ago. Everybody bowling has a title. Noah, the defending bowler of the year, and all 4 of these people bowl in the same league. They're called the Kings and Queens League, so this is the Kings versus Queens match right here. In this match, the ladies are getting 8 pins. Thomas and Noah have to win this match by 9 to win it all. And through 3 frames, they've already got themselves a 22-pin lead. So they've made up the handicap difference early on. Let's see what they do in the second half of the match. Whitley gets a Brooklyn, and he'll take it. He seems ashamed of it. For shame, crossing over. Montana Morgan both bowled great all day long. So she'll try the Brooklyn as well, and not so much luck. Leaves the tricky 3-9. Double wood's tough there. 88 teams today by our counts. I believe that's a new record for New Mexico Doubles. Popular event every year. No, that's barely going to hit 3. So it's back-to-back opens for the team. They're bowling, for Montana rather, they're bowling Baker. So Montana's going to do all the odd-numbered frames on the right-hand lane. Morgan's going to do all the even-numbered frames on the left lane. Morgan's biggest problem right now is she dares to wear a Broncos elbow. Oh, and she'll get the Brooklyn. I feel that's really the biggest negative in the match here is this nonsense on the right elbow there. Just awful, Morgan. Poor choice. A lot of teams wore doubles outfits today. We love that. The boys went with the purple, the sort of purple sunrise for the ladies here. Noah, a well-deserved bowler of the year last year. You see a lot of the bowlers going high. That's typical this time of year. Well, it is, but it's also typical this time of the tournament. The last oil they saw was before the 12:30 squad today. We are creeping up on 9 o'clock at night, and we've had a 5 teams on a pair for most of that time. So a lot of lane play. The shots actually held up really well for that much play. Pulled on Broadway today. Just about an even cut, but between the nerves of the title match, the tiredness of the bowlers, and the depletion of the oil, a lot of shots are starting to go high. Perhaps the team that adjusts first and best will win. Guys lead by 23 right now and give 8 of that back. No Thumber Whitley, as so many people do these days. I wonder if he's throwing plastics. That ball is not hooking at all. What ball are you throwing, Thomas? Is it plastic? Yeah, that ball's not hooking at all in the back end. Smart move to combat the drawing lanes right there. Montana and Morgan both very down and in deliveries, kind of pointing it off the corner. That's a much better shot, but you see it's still, even though that was a way better shot, that's still hard for her to get the ball on the right side of the head pin right now. This guy loved it, but it just wouldn't hold. Wouldn't hold.
Dry lane.
Dry lane, super dry lanes, I'm sure. That's Morgan's dad there. For those of you keeping score at home. Oh no, and she's going to miss it even worse this time. Tough when one of the 2 partners is struggling because no, spare open's not going to cut it. But it's the job of the bowler that's doing a little bit better, and that's Morgan right now, to both pick up her teammate on the scoreboard and also keep her partner's chin up as well. Real nice shot. Now, veteran Baker teams, especially getting into college, they will really pump each other up. That's not happening right now. Right now, Morgan and Montana are about 40 feet away from each other. something you'll learn as you watch the college bowlers. And they'll almost high-five each other even harder after a mistake. And it looks weird, but there's logic behind that. And Martinez dices up the rack on the right-hand lane. This is, regardless of the result, this guy has already had a fantastic time today.
Yes, I've had.
One of these bigger Raiders, one of the bigger Raider fans I know, they pulled out a win in Denver since the first time since 1842. No? Okay. Whitley looking to make it 3 in a row for his team. Yeah, nice adjustment. Sometimes the two-handers, when the lanes start to burn, all they do is just stand further left and throw it further right, and that can lead to complications. It's really the key to victory in this match, I think, has been Whitley's downgrading to the plastic. Montana just trying to keep her spirits up here. Yet another Brooklyn. Wow. Well, I didn't think the 10-pin was going to fall, and I didn't think the 6-pin was going to stand up. And neither of those two things happened. She just leaves a weird little Brooklyn 6. Just not their time in this title match here. All 4 of these kids know how to win. They all have titles. Montana 1, Morgan 3, Thomas the Invitational, and Noah a couple titles as well. So they'll be back in the winner's circle again, but that's the best thing to happen to Montana, and a sigh of relief from the crowd and everyone. Montana's going to unfriend Lane 16 on Facebook, isn't she?
That's me.
It's not me. Morgan doing her end of the deal there. She's going to strike in the 10th, but the best they can do is 159, and it's just not going to be enough for our lovely ladies here. Do you have anything to say?
No.
No. You always have something to say.
Do not.
Do too. Okay. So you bowled fantastic all day.
With 4 hours of sleep? No.
Kiddo, I know the feeling. I feel your pain. And then some. Why did you only have 4 hours of sleep?
Emergency vet.
You were out clubbing all night. That's what that stands for.
No.
That's kid speak for made it rain.
No.
At club. You're not a Broncos fan, are you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, so this is like a Broncos versus Raiders title match too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's a victory lap for Noah and the Raiders and the Kings over Morgan, Montana, the Queens, and the Raiders and the Broncos. Wow. With authority here, the last 4 strikes for this team. Noah's pretty stoic out on the lanes, but he almost cracked a smile right there. Did you see that? Almost. Scratch champs William Yoder waiting in the wings with Sam Pinge to do some pictures. We do this all over again in 5 days in Phoenix. And then we have 7 straight tournaments in Vegas. And then right back here in New Mexico at Roswell, always one of our favorite stops each year. What? No. Oh, it's the first bad thing to happen to Noah. Last shot of the day. If you got a trick one, make it count. Can you two-hand it? I've never seen Noah two-hand it. Let's see. Everybody else is doing it. Be a follower. Do whatever you want. It's your game. There's a two-handed Noah. Let's see what he's got. Whoa! Stick with the one hand. There it is. Womp. Bowler of the year, folks, right there. Great job by the guys over the gals this time. Fantastic bowling all weekend long. We'll do it again in 5 days in Phoenix.
That out of my way.
Nope. 5 on 10.